Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. So here we go. Tesla. I'm going to give you the fair opening price for Thursday. I do want to say that I was off a little bit on Wednesday, but not as much as you think. I think it was off like 40 something cents. I'll tell you about that in a little bit here. Okay, so we had great movement today in Tesla. From high to low, we moved $14.07 during regular hours. We had a high today of 289.59. We had a low of 275.62. And we closed at a respectable 288.53. So just actually pre-market we came within a penny of 290, 289.99. Indexes were up massively, just crazy. Tesla outperformed them, but not by that much. I'm telling you what. I think it was the NASDAQ that just flew. And what that tells Grandpa is the markets love Trump and Elon. That's what they do. They love Trump and Elon. I really like Elon, and I like Trump too. I think our country's going to be looking a little bit better here shortly. Divergence. Now, this is serious here. Volume rose on higher prices by 97 million shares. I want to tell you, our average shares per day is only 90.5. And so, 161 million were bought and sold. Tesla is extremely, I want to stress this, extremely overbought. We are going to get a correction. It don't need to be tomorrow or the next day, but it might be Monday or Tuesday. It could be tomorrow. It could be the next day. We just don't know. Okay, dominant trend. Okay, and do I have good news on the pivot point? I'm going to give you that shortly here. First, I have to tell you that the dominant trend is still down. This is not a buy signal, it's a bull flag. Okay? And eventually we can turn into a buy signal, but it'll be a few days. It most likely not going to have, I don't think it's even possible to turn into a buy signal this week yet. Would have to be possibly Monday, but it doesn't matter. This thing can go all the way to 305, 307, no problem, with just a bull flag easily, if not higher. 315 probably top it out. Okay, here's your good news, and this is terrific news. Guess what? We have our new bottom pivot point, and it was 238.88 that Grandpa's been singing about. I just wasn't sure if it was. First I thought it might be 245. Then when we got to 238.88, I thought that might be it. And we got that 238.88 on 10/23. And that is our new bottom pivot point. Now this thing will fluctuate back and forth here and there everywhere, but it will continue upward until we reach a new top pivot point. A new top pivot point. And Grandpa don't think we've hit our new top pivot point yet. I do not believe that one penny shy of what number was it again? 290 is the top. I don't think so at all. That's Grandpa's opinion, by the way. Okay, upside resistance. Well, we obviously have resistance at 290. It came within 1 penny of it. So I'm going to say that's good resistance. And it's probably going to hold us the remainder of this week, possibly. Although with the Fed chairman doing his thing on Thursday, we could get a little bit of a surprise one way or the other. But I think the surprise might be to the downside. Okay, we have let's see, we have resistance at 304. Remember that number, 304, 305 area is huge in your coming up for your future. You're going to see that number in Grandpa's opinion. If there's a chance we'll see it this week, but I really think we will probably see it next week for sure, in Grandpa's opinion. And then above the 304, 305 area, we have 315, 330, 345, and that's where everybody thinks it's going to top out at. But not Grandpa. Grandpa thinks we're going to run up to 370 with a wick, then top out. Okay, downside support. Where do we got support? And this is important to know because you could mess yourself up here pretty bad. We had fun going up. Okay, down below we got a little bit of support in that 280, 450, 285 area. But she can run through that like butter. It already did today once. You got some support in the 282 is a little more pronounced. Excuse me, Grandpa's still sick. 276, you got support. Now here's the important ones. 270 and 271. Keep in mind, we are extremely oversold. This thing will correct, and it's going to correct down in that 270, 271 area. That has got to hold us, and I think it'll hold us for a while, at least until we get up to 304, 305. I think that 270, 271, you're gonna probably see that number multiple times over the next week and a half here, as well as 290. But at one point, we're going to see the 304, 305, possibly 307. And once you see that, then you can start looking for 265, 257. Who knows what it will do? It could do the 257 from up there. Okay, range possible, most likely range for tomorrow that we'll be inside of, I think, is about 275 to 300. Your fair opening price for 11/7/24 Thursday is $284.50. I'm going to get back to my Wednesday opening price. Where did I write that? Wish Grandpa knew where he put stuff. I was way off on Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I predicted, well, that's today, 251. But the stock did move from a low of 251.44 pre-market up to that 288.53. I was off by 44 cents. Grandpa's only right about 9 out of 10 times. And usually when I'm wrong, I'm really wrong. But I did get it in the pre-market at least, within 40. But I didn't get it. I did not get it. I was off by 44 cents. I'm going to have to change some calculate. Grandpa calculates the fair opening price. I calculate what Tesla's supposed to do, not what Tesla does. And that's a fact. Fair opening price is what Grandpa gives you, and it's $284.50 for tomorrow. Okay, Grandpa's opinion. Well, Grandpa's opinion is hallelujah. Elon and Rand Paul are going to join forces and get rid of our government waste. Starting out with approximately $2 trillion, you should hear them crying on the liberal news, fake news, just crying about the cuts that are coming, and who's going to get the axe. I love it. I just love it. And Rand Paul, I believe he's a senator from Kentucky, and I believe he is probably the most honest politician, even possibly more honest than Abraham Lincoln was. I really think so. He is a terrific, honest man. And him and Elon are going to join forces, and Rand's going to help Elon in the direction of where we need to do the cutting. And boy, are they going to get it. Oh, man, this is going to be fun. Okay, so they're going to do that. Okay, now, Grandpa's been talking about that 304 and 305 all day today, from morning till night. The blinking that Grandpa sees was going on predominantly in the 304 to 305 area. And I'm telling you, a lot. And they're shorting. They're shorting there. We could see that number potentially by Monday, and if not by Tuesday. I'm leaning towards Monday, that we may bounce up there because they did so many shorts there, and they're supposed to cover them within two days, but they do have up to 3 technically, and they can get exceptions for longer, of course, because that's the way they operate. But they can get exceptions for longer, but so that's why I'm saying I think that 304, sometime next week we're going to see that number, because they'll play their games and they'll do it when they want to. And at the very latest, I would think we'll see them numbers by 11/19 to 11/20, maybe sooner. 304 to 305 area is in your future. Until then, 270 to 290 should rule the day. We got the Fed decision Thursday, 2 p.m., I think. I think that's the time. Expect good movement tomorrow. Up and down and all around. Is he going to give us 0.25? That's kind of what they think. Is he going to give us 0? Because the market's skyrocketing and everybody's happy because Trump and Elon and Vance are taking over? They might give us 0. You might see that 270. They might give us 0.50. But just to do all the help they can to Trump, which would not help him, and the markets are so crazy wild, they might decide to give us 0. That's kind of what Grandpa thinks the surprise might be. Because Paul's probably going to be looking for a new line of work anyway pretty soon here, like 90 days from now possibly. Yeah, we got good times coming. Oh boy, we have good times coming. uh, I really close friend of mine texted me today, and he says, I can hardly believe it. This is just an answer to prayer. What happened with our election? He won the popular vote across the country. We got a solid hold on the Senate. We're going to win the House. Trump cleaned house with Elon's help. Elon, let's talk Elon here. And why should you be bullish? And Grandpa always talks about 2,000 or 5,000 a share, 10,000 a share. You're going to see those numbers with Tesla, okay? Because of Optimus and everything that Elon does, battery storage thing that. But you have permits. You've got to get the government permits to do this, that, and the other thing. They bog you down in red tape, regulations. Trump is going to open the door. Hang on, I got Jeff calling us. Jeff, you're on live stream.
Good afternoon, Grandpa. What do you think of this fantastic day?
I think it's beautiful. Tell me about how much money you made so Grandpa looks better.
Well, I made $1,917.21.
Okay, well, what about the other day, yesterday? 385 or something? Well, you don't have to be exact to the penny.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma did good. Grandma sold just a few of her shares. She picked up 780 today. Grandpa sold some. I made my 330 or whatever I made on my 10 shares.
Okay.
So we're all happy. Treasonous Trucker, he sold it out for $400. I made the mistake of mentioning 400 a few times in my live streams. You probably heard that. And so he's holding out for 400. But he bought him down at 249.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. So
I know how it goes.
Are you excited about tomorrow?
Well, that's why I was calling in, Grandpa.
Well,
you can't just go off today's victory. Tomorrow is a brand new day.
Right. Well, I got the information for you. We got a new bottom pivot point, and it's absolute, and it's at 238.88. We're going to run between 270 and 290, but they blink like crazy up at 304, 305 area, and you're going to see them numbers probably sooner than later. And I was just telling the guys about Rand Paul, and Rand Paul's going to be helping Elon get rid of the government waste and corruption. And I consider that.
Good luck. We certainly need something done. How many millions of government employees were hired in the last 4 years? The number is astounding.
Well, Elon will get rid of them in a heartbeat.
Well,
but
he can, right?
Well, he will. He's amazing. But the thing is this: he says they're going to cut $2 trillion off first, and just to get it rocking and rolling, you know.
So when he's working for the government, how's he going to work on Tesla?
Well, Elon, he's multitasking. I don't know how Elon does what Elon does. He does SpaceX and the Boring Company and Neuralink and Tesla and all that stuff all at once. And plus, he likes to talk on X for relaxation. He even talks to people like me and you, Jeff.
Wow.
You know, Uh,
I wonder how some of these people get all this stuff done. I went out and tilled my garden today, and well, I don't have any internet service now.
uh-oh. Well, you need to get Starlink.
Yeah, I need. There's pieces of cable laying all over my garden.
Oh, man of life. You better get internet before morning. Are you in any trades?
No, I own 3 shares of Nvidia.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna have good movement the next couple of days here, because we got the Fed rate decision coming out tomorrow afternoon. So you can make some money. Buy in the low 270 area and sell in 285 to 290 area. That's what you need to do, and vice versa. So.
Say, Grandpa, I did some scalping today.
Oh, good. Did you make any money doing it?
Yeah, I did. I made $125 until I got greedy, and then I started shorting, and I made $1.25 shorting.
I'll tell you what, I'm not shorting Tesla at this point. It's so bullish.
So what is what's the dominant trend, Grandpa?
The dominant trend is still down, but we can go up to 315 with a bull flag. I show it on the screen if you get where you can listen to it. But maybe you can. Well, I don't know if you can see it on your phone, but yeah, the dominant trend is still down, but it doesn't matter. By Monday, it could be up. But I don't think so. I think it's going to remain down for now. What I really think is that we're going to get up around 304 to 307 with a wick to the top side. And I think we're going to get a rug pull of 30 to $50. And I think we're going to land right around 255 to 257 when it's all over. But they won't do the rug pull until we hit the 305, 307 area. That's
Until there's a bunch of longs up there.
no, they're short up there. They shorted up there in the bill.
No, what I'm telling you about it is they're not going to do the rug pill until they got a bunch of.
Right, they might stagnate us for a few days. But
they'll get us all long, and then boom.
Absolutely, they're going to get you long, and then they're going to give you. And I've seen them do it over and over again in the past.
Yeah.
That's why I watch the blinking. But I watch it most of the day, and then once we go down, then you can look for the 330 to 370 area. Once we get down and come back to life again, But that's just what Grandpa sees. But I better get off here, Mr. Mum. Thank
Tell everybody to have good training and
What
Tesla.
wasn't this election a blessing?
I think it's well, I'm praying that Arizona and New Mexico kind of cap it off.
Well, has he got a chance to get in New Mexico too?
Well, it's not cold.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought that they'd give it to Harris.
I think he's ahead of New Mexico, but I'm not sure. I thought he was, but
Unbelievable. I did not know that. I knew, because New Mexico isn't one of the 7 states, That's supposed to be a blue state. But
well, he didn't. I think he's getting there. Everybody's disappointed. They missed 3 senators that they thought they might have a chance of getting, and all 3 of them. The one in New Mexico they think has got it, but they're not sure.
yeah,
Sam, is it Brownback or what is his name?
I don't know, but I did hear that there was some talk of some nefarious stuff going on with down ballot voting. But you know,
I guess I never heard that, but
I
the
did.
the gal in Arizona, she just, for some reason, they cannot elect that woman, and she is so articulate, it's crazy.
She,
And Hovage from Wisconsin, the incumbent only beat him by 27,000 votes in Wisconsin. So
yeah,
he came close, but he didn't get it.
there were a bunch of close ones, and they say it might have been something nefarious went on. I've been hearing that from people, but I can't say who they are because I'd have to say who they are. But hey, I better get this thing shut off.
Okay.
Hey, don't forget, tell your friends to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for calling there, Mr. Mom.
We'll talk later, Grandpa.
Get some money tomorrow. Don't be goofing around.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so what do we say about that? We say it's church night. That's what we say, and Grandpa's still sick. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.